What's up, beautiful people? What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Ricardo Miller, and I thought, man, I need to drop something this Sunday evening. Okay? I'm about to drop it because everybody needs to hear it, and they're jumping in. They're jumping in. I was thinking about something this evening, and I thought, I need to talk about this. Hey, come on, guys. Come on in. Come on in. I wanted to talk about this because one of the things that I've discovered is that there are a lot of people who are choosing to live. Hey, good morning, Felicia. God bless you. Good night. I said good morning. I'm glad to hear you enjoyed the message. But I was thinking about how people would say your word is your bond and that you need to stay committed to that. And I don't think that's a true idea in its full form. I think we need to examine that a little bit. I think we need to examine that a little bit because I believe there are times you open your mouth and you shouldn't. I think there are times you do things and you shouldn't. I think there are mistakes that are made through a person expressing a thought that they should have not expressed, and I think sometimes you have the right to pull that back. And somebody said, "No, but you said that, and you need to stick with that." I wrote down something. I says, "You are not bound by the things you have said, the things you have done, or the choices you have made." I know that's going to get on some people's nerve, but here's the deal. We have too many people who are losing because they're not willing to make a quick change when they could still make a quick change. There are some times you can't make a change. There are sometimes you got to ride it out. Sometimes you're going to have to bite the bullet. Sometimes you're going to have to accept the fact this is going to be a loss. But I'm talking to those of you realize you made a commitment and you realize this ain't working. Okay? This ain't working. This is not going to work. Yes, I made the commitment, but I'm going to have to backtrack a little bit and I'm going to have to apologize. I'm going to have to come clean and say, listen, I talked too fast. I said something that I ought not have said. I made a commitment that I should not have made a commitment with. And I'm telling you, if you want to live a free life, if you want to live liberated from continuous mistakes being made time in and time again, learn how to pull back on what you have said once you discovered it's not the right thing that needed to be said. Okay? You have said something you shouldn't have said it. Now some people want to hold you to that forever. You make mistakes. Let them know I can make mistakes. And if I realize I made a mistake, I'm going to make the adjustment as I discovered I've made a mistake. Anybody with me? I appreciate the loves, the thumbs up, and the heart. Share this. Because here's the deal. We have young people. We have older people. We have people of all ages holding true to certain ideas that needs to be released, and we don't need to hold on to some of these things because they're not helping us, they're hurting us. We got to free ourselves. I'm learning to free myself. I called a guy lately and I said, man, I said I wanted to do this. I was planning on doing it and I changed my mind. And if it's not too late, I would like to backtrack on what I said and not go that route. And I appreciate his professionalism and knowing that maybe because I was not able to do service with him at this time doesn't mean eternally I would not be able to do business with him. And so he was able to honor the fact that he did not start the work yet. And so he said, that's okay. I was at a restaurant the other day and the lady started to pick up the food and I said, excuse me, ma'am, is it too late for me to change my mind? And she said, no, sir. Do you want something else? I said, yep, I want something completely different. I'm learning because I would have taken on something that I really didn't want. And oftentimes I would find myself very dissatisfied on how and what I'm dealing with only because I decided to stick with it because I started it. I'm helping somebody tonight. I want you to know as you're moving forward this Christmas, make up in your mind that some things may have to change after you made the commitment. You say, oh, Ricardo, you're digging a well for some people. You're digging a hole. Oh, you're setting us up. No, I'm telling you. Yeah, some people are going to be upset, but here's the deal. If you live long enough, you'll discover that you said something you shouldn't have said, and you may need to make the adjustment, especially if it's early enough to make the adjustments. Every now and again, you're going to have to bite the bullet. Every now and again, you're going to have to follow through, because maybe the person already bought the supply. Maybe they already went too far. I'm not talking about those type of things. I'm talking about those things where it really doesn't matter outside of the fact that you said it. You said it, and yes, you said it, and initially you believed it, but now you are feeling like the decision you initially made isn't the best decision. I'm telling you, you have the right to change your mind. Oh, y'all got to give me some shares today on this one, because we got too many people following through on things that there's still time to change your mind. Ooh, there's still time to change your mind. Okay? Don't allow anybody to corner you. Thank you very much, Jocelyn, for the love. Thank you. I appreciate that. Don't let anyone make you feel bad because you change your mind. Now, you don't want to be wishy-washy. That's the term we would use sometimes in the Bahamas. You don't want to be back and forth all the time, okay? You don't want to be that type of person who don't know how to make up your mind every time. I'm talking about you don't know how to lock in. I'm not talking to that person, because there are some people who struggle with making a decision. There are some people who struggle with changing their minds too much. I'm not talking to either one of those. I'm talking to the person who made the decision, and that's not like you to change your mind, but you feel the urge to change your mind. Anybody feel me? And every now and again you have those. I have been discovering, as the Bible tells us, be slow to speak. So what I'm learning to do is not be so quick to commit, because once you commit, you put your foot in your mouth. And once you put your foot in your mouth, some people won't let you backtrack. Some people want to hold you to it, and they can let you go, but they won't let you go because they are committed to being used by the devil to have you now to commit to something you should not have said you are committed to. Let me tell you something. If you want to prosper, thrive, and move ahead, learn how to let people go when it comes to them making a commitment and they should not have made the commitment. Don't hold them on. Don't hold people to that if you can still let them go. If you've already bought the product, if you're already invested, if you're already about to lose something, if they change their mind, that's a difference, okay? But you got to be able to assess the situation and tell yourself you can change your mind, especially if it's early enough in the game. Are you all feeling me? I need you to declare that with me. I can change my mind, yeah. So I wrote down something. I say, you are not bound by the things you have said. You could change that. Hey, listen, I said this yesterday. I should not have said that. Can I backtrack that? As a matter of fact, not can I backtrack it. I'm backtracking it. I'm 44 years old. I can backtrack it. Well, you can't change your mind now. Come on. Don't tell me I can't change my mind. You haven't invested anything. You haven't bought anything. We haven't even left the table yet. Okay? There are some people assigned by the devil only to allow you and your undisciplined self to have spoken real fast, and now they want to hold you to something you've spoken to that you should not have spoken to. And I'm telling you, you got to man up. You got to be strong enough to say, hold on. No, you can't change back. Listen, I'm going to tear this contract up right now in your face. Oh, why did you tear that up? Because I just told you. I think I made a mistake. I don't want to live like that. You don't want to do that every day, but every now and again, you will find yourself in a place where you're going to have to change your mind, and that's okay. Don't allow anyone to make you feel like changing your mind is a bad thing. Okay? After you've assessed the situation, you have a right. You have a right to change your mind. Okay? You have a right to change your mind. Learn how to assess every situation and learn how to identify what you've committed to that you should not have committed to. And learn how to pay attention to the people who know they sense that you committed and you should not have committed, and now you want out and they still want to hold you to that. Pay attention. Mark that person. There are some people who actually are prone to keep you in a hole after you realize you're about to get in a hole. They want you to stay going in the hole even deeper because you said something. I'm telling you, once you capture, I said something I should not have said, which now placed me in a position to commit to something that I really shouldn't be committing to. I want to backtrack. Oh, thank you all for the hearts, the thumbs, the love. I want to backtrack, and backtracking is okay, especially if you're not interrupting someone's business, their life, and they are not invested yet. I'm talking about those early commitment. I'm talking about the early phases. I'm not talking about when a person has already started the job. I'm not talking about when a person has already invested in you. I'm talking about When you realize in a moment, because I've been seeing that. I've been in a few meetings lately where I've seen people hold people to their word when they should not have. They could have let them go, and it really breed a level of frustration and anger, and then just it's just wrong. It's just wrong. So I wrote this down. I said, you have the right and the ability to change your mind, your choices, and the direction of your life in a minute notice without the approval or understanding of anyone. You could change your mind. You could decide to move to New York. You could decide to move to Florida. You could decide to move to the Caribbean. You could decide to move to New York. Okay, you could decide to move to Canada. You could decide. Come on. It's your call. And then if you decide to change your mind, it's okay. Now, let me tell you, I'm not talking about being wishy-washy. I'm not talking about being inconsistent and being up and down. That's not what I'm talking about, because after a while you'll have a reputation for being a person who don't know how to commit. I'm not talking to that person. I'm not also talking to that person who's scared to make a commitment. There are two types of people out there. There are some who are afraid to make a commitment. I'm not talking to you. And then there are some who make changes too fast. I'm talking about the stable, sober-minded person who every now and again you find yourself talking a little bit too fast, making a commitment and exposing certain thoughts or truths that you should not have expressed, that you should have kept to yourself, but you decided to express yourself, and it's costing you. It's about to cost you even more if you keep moving forward with this. And you got a knower in your knower. Come on, you got a knower in your knower. You got a knower within your belly that says to you, don't go that way any longer. You can pull back right now. Every now and again, when you feel that in your stomach, when you feel that in your spirit, I'm telling you, pull back. Don't be afraid to pull back. Don't be afraid to pull back. Every now and again, that's necessary. If you feel me, I want you to repeat those words after me. I can change my mind. Okay? And don't allow people to make you feel bad. That's why it's important for us to develop ourselves and understand our rights. So I was in a restaurant and I asked the lady for a particular meal. She started to pick it up, and then I said, hey, can you stop for a moment? Can I change my mind? She said, of course, sir, no problem. Okay, and then I was working with someone else lately, and I said, hey, I wanted to do that, but I don't want to do that anymore. Did you guys move further, faster than I thought? And can I still change my mind? Can I make the adjustment necessary to go on to do something different? And the person said, no problem. I love doing business like that. But every now and again, you meet those people. Once you say it, you got to stick with it. And they don't have to go that route. They just want to be difficult. And I'm saying to you, learn how to pay attention to the people who won't allow you to walk away when you could walk away, because they have chosen to play with your words. And that's the reason why you got to discipline yourself to be slow to speak and swift to hear. And you got to be able to walk away and say, I'm not going to commit too easily, because committing too easily, saying something too fast can cost you in the long run. It's your boy, Coach Ricardo Miller, challenging you to create the life you desire. Don't be afraid to make the necessary adjustments to help you to get a better day, because you are starting to realize the mistakes you have made in the past. You're not going to keep building on those same foundations that you've seen that were not the right foundations. You're going to do better because now you know better. So let me read that again. This is what I'm saying to you guys. Watch this. You are not bound by the things you have said, the things you have done, or the choices you have made. You have the right and the ability to change your mind. You have the right and the ability to choose and make adjustments to the decisions and the directions you decided to go in. Come on, you can make those adjustments. Learn to identify what's your rights. Embrace who you are. Understand you don't need to allow other people's opinion of you to become a dominating thought that suppresses the greatness within you. You're on a mission to create your best life ever. And those who don't like that, tell them keep watching, because nothing is going to stop you, because you're in pursuit of creating the life God originally intended for you to have. It's called effective living, y'all. It's called effective living. Share this, tag this, encourage someone to embrace who they are. And don't be afraid to change your mind every now and again. It's okay. Okay? Study you enough to know when you made a mistake, and be quick enough, have the courage enough to say, I made a mistake. Love and appreciate you all. Bye-bye.